What's happening, everybody? Welcome back to Steve's Random Stuff. Hey, today I'm back out in the garage, and for this month's episode of What's Tied On, this is a monthly episode. I go through and show you all the rods that I got rigged up for our upcoming club tournament. This month's tournament for Red Empire Bass Club will be on the California Delta. We're launching Saturday out of B&W Resort. So I got all the rods rigged up, ready to go. I just want to go over that with you and show you what I got rigged up. If you saw the last video, my son and I were out there last Saturday. Had a pretty good reaction bite on the Kitex. They seem to like the smaller 3.8 and 4.3 baits as opposed to the larger 4.8s. So I got a couple of those rigged up, and just some various reaction baits and flipping baits and stuff, kind of typical Delta baits. I'm just trying to keep it simple. I'll just start out here with my my punch rig. I don't do a lot of punching, but just in case I do come across something, I got a 1 ounce weight here, 50-pound braid with a double wide beaver, and a little bit of red on there. So that's the first bait I got rigged up. Like I said, I don't do a lot of punching. I just not my style of fishing, but got to be prepared when you get out there on the deltas, just in case you have those kinds of conditions and they're buried in the mats. You find those kinds of conditions. I'm just going to pick up rods as I go here, no particular order. Chatterbait. This is a jackhammer chatterbait with the Zaco trailer on there. I caught one of my fish last week on this bait, so might as well stick to it. Green pumpkin skirt, and with that orange Zaco. Next up here, another flipping bait, just a standard beaver. I got a 1/2 ounce Woo tungsten weight on there, pegged. Again, just a typical Delta bait, something to flip and pitch around the more sparser toolies on the edges, and then those pockets and stuff you can get into with a little lighter weight. So kind of variation of heavyweights and lightweights just for based on the conditions. And I got a variety of beavers to go with that in case I need to change colors. Another one is just a Senko. It's the 5-inch Senko. I do have a little Woo tungsten. You can see that Woo tungsten 16th ounce weight. Generally with a Delta, I find throwing a weightless 5-inch Senko, it's kind of hard to get it down with when you have some current. It just doesn't go where you want it to. The current will just take that bait. So adding just a little tiny weight on there will help get the bait down a little quicker to where those fish are. It's not going to float away quite as quickly. So 5-inch bait for that one. And then another Senko 6-inch. It's a watermelon with the red flake on a 5/0 EWG hook. Again, this is weightless. The 6 inches being a heavier bait will sink a lot quicker, and I can throw those around those isolated toolies as well. Next bait is just a spinner bait. Thought I'd try something different, just black and red. This is a Mr. B spinner bait with a small Kitex on there and a big copper blade. Something a little different. Maybe these fish haven't seen. I can slow roll that around the toolies, give a little more little thump, so those fish can find that bait. Next up is the old school mission fish. I'm not sure if many people have seen these in a while. I haven't seen much of these. I used to throw these a lot in the Delta, this size and then the next size up. This is an old mission fish bait. With the high tide in the morning like we're going to have, you can throw this bait through the toolies. It's weedless, and just kind of, again, just throw it up in the toolies and it'll come through very weedless. And years ago when I was fishing FLW and some other tournaments out there, One Bass Pro-Ams, we would throw these things on high tide up in the toolies, and the fish would just smoke them, especially in the springtime, this time of year. So breaking out the old school bait, giving that a try. It is a Delta, it's springtime, and gonna try got a frog topwater bait, just a popping frog, black and yellow, just in case the topwater bite is there. Should be kind of warm tomorrow, I think. So with a warmer tread in the water, you never know. It's a delta. You can throw top water all day long if they're hitting it. One more flipping bait, and that is the good old Sanshuo by Yamamoto, the discontinued bait. Again, it's a lighter rig with a bead, different weight, a little lighter. I may end up having to put a heavier weight on that throughout the day. I'll see how that goes, but just again, different options, different weight combinations, different baits. If we happen to find some bedfish, this will be really good on a bed. Imitates like a bluegill or a lizard, something that the fish will not like to see on their bed. So I've had really good success with this bait in the past out there in the springtime. So stick with what works. You know, I don't fish the Delta a whole lot, so I just kind of trying to keep it simple and keep, you know, baits that I've had success with in the past on. And next is a crankbait. This is a Daiwa, kind of a matte finish crankbait, kind of a spring craw color. My son Andrew caught a couple fish last week on a crankbait, so keeping it small. This is kind of a smaller profile instead of some of the bigger profiles, like a 1- or something like that. Again, I think with this fish, it's been pretty heavily pressured out there with the last couple big pro tournaments. One was just ending today. I think it was MLF is ending today. So people have been hammering the Delta for like 2 weeks on the pro level. So those fish have probably seen everything. So I think downsizing may be a good option. Again, a little more finessey. All I have is bait casters, no spinning rods this week. But I can always, if I need to, slow down and throw like a drop shot or something, I can do that on a bait caster. I generally like to use a heavier weight on the Delta anyways, like a 1/4 ounce. And so I can easily throw a 1/4 ounce drop shot setup on a bait caster, no problem. And then last up is a couple swim baits. Just a flashy swimmer. This is a 4.3 on a 5/0 hook with a flashy swimmer. Again, I had success on this bait last week, so I'm sticking with that one. And then a little smaller, downsized, a 3.8 on a 3/0 flashy swimmer. So a little smaller hook, a little smaller bait, a little different color. Keeping it with the shiner color. Just again, keep my options open. I can try different sizes. Basically, kind of sticking with the same profile baits, but just different sizes and different colors to find out what works, and then go from there and see what happens. So it'll be early morning. Get out there to B&W Marina. We should be out there a little after 5 o'clock and get ready to blast off. I think I just got word that there's another club tournament going out of there as well. So be kind of busy at the ramp in the morning. But we'll get out there and do our best. Fish with my buddy Jerry, who you may have seen on prior videos. Him and I fished quite a bit together. Yeah, we're going to go out there and do our best and kind of just run around, try some old areas, maybe some new areas. Probably going to run south on the south end of the Delta, and then kind of work our way back from there. So anyways, that's it. That's all I got wrapped up. As far as what I'm drinking tonight, just the old Chick-fil-A soda. Been a long day, been really busy since I got off work, just trying to get everything ready and together. So anyways, thanks for tuning in. We'll have the videos next week for the tournament videos and the wrap up of the tournament, see how it goes. And I know somebody will catch them out there. It should be a fun day. Looking forward to it. So thanks for tuning in. Hit the like and subscribe button if you haven't already, and we'll catch you all next time. Take care.